This corridor of loafers is the way in for collectors, curators, critics and anyone else heading to Frieze. Inside, the world's most influential galleries are showcasing work by A-list artists like Damien Hirst or German photographer Andreas Gursky. In its 10th year, Frieze has made its name spotlighting hot contemporary talent. The entrance tunnel sets the tone. It's a project from the German artist Thomas Bayrle, commissioned by the fair's young curator.
Thomas is 75 and still producing wonderful work that's really important to a lot of younger artists. I often work with young, emerging artists, and it's been really exciting to work with one of those figures who's inspired hundreds and hundreds of artists over the years.
A veteran artist cast as a trendsetter with a work he conceived 45 years ago. He enjoys showing people around.
It's
the pitter-patter of hundreds of thousands of people making their way through a fair. Naturally, there's something funny about it too, because the shoes also look like duck spills, as though a huge flock of geese were passing by.
Bayrle covered the fair seating areas with a motif taken from a French cheese ad, another work that is decades old. He was a pioneer of German pop art in the 60s. His work addresses consumerism and mass production. Art that earned him a university professorship, but never much in the way of income. His work is characterized by his early practical experience as a weaver. Bayrle sees the world as a single surface held together with threads, like fabric.
For decades, this metaphor is the one thing that has driven my work forward. I have to consider carefully whether this thread goes over or under that one. If I'm wrong, I immediately have missed a thread in the process and in the content.
Bayrle was already a retired professor when he draped an image of interwoven autobahns in front of Berlin's landmark Brandenburg Gate in 2002. Then his career as an artist began to take off. In 2009, he showed at the Venice Biennale, presenting works once again completed long ago. Centering on problems posed by increasing traffic and industrialization, his art seemed more topical than ever. This summer, an invitation to Kassel's Documenta marked the high point of his career. Critics described his installation as one of the best at the art festival. Not long after, he was awarded the prestigious Arnold Bode Prize.
It's now time for a new audience to discover an artist whose works feel so fresh because they draw on a common perception of our culture and at the same time preserve and revive a certain notion of playfulness.
Bayrle's sense of humour is also reflected in this work being showcased by an American gallery at Frieze.
It's the sad swan song of Nico, Velvet Underground, Andy Warhol, in the good old days that are over. We have this device, which is in every car. When it rains, we just wipe our windshields clean.
Thomas Bayrle has spent decades directing viewers' vision towards the pressing issues of our times. Now the art market is acknowledging his consistency. This work is expected to sell for up to €200,000.
Thomas Bayrle's pieces are sophisticated works that can't be used to generate quick hype. His work interests a pleasantly discerning clientele, and naturally their numbers are increasing with every show.
Sometimes it takes a moment for everyone to realise how brilliant someone is, I think, and he's having that moment, and I'm really happy about it.
Art that speaks for its time. It's not always a question of age.